that right there. I don't think you'll ever be able to find out who has inside information on a fighter and bet. I mean, it's such a wide variety. So many people in the gym. They got so many family members. There's so many people outside of that. You said inside the house? Okay, well, cool. Old boy about to call his second cousin, the third cousin. That's his baby mama's sister's brother. Yeah. And he gonna bet because that's his homeboy from back in the Gap, and he ain't got no relative ties whatsoever. Besides, he's fucking your cousin's baby mama. You know what I mean? So
I'm not gonna give any ideas because I don't want them to make any more rules.
I mean, there's really no way to stop it.
No way, but it
is smart to put a rule in place. So just in case guys are, just in case guys are thinking about doing that shit, understand that there's a consequence if you do get caught.
Because it's also too, it's getting a big name. UFC, man, it's I mean the name and the eyes on the sport. Not I think years ago I remember watching UFC 1, and I remember watching like Royce Gracie go in like a 50-minute fight with Ken Shamrock, because there was no rounds, there was no time limit, there was no weight limits, but it was dudes that just love to fight, right? Like I think it's a different, but you have people now that, not saying you have to love to fight if you go through the training and whatnot.
I mean, some guys are just athletes.
Well, they're athletes and they're looking for payday. They're looking for, you support your family. We all work to make a paycheck, right? And so, but I do think there's so many eyes on the sport now, and there's so many people out there that it's not just this MMA community anymore. You have business people involved. You have so many sponsors. There's too much money. When something becomes worth billions of dollars, there's money in there and people could be bought. Like, look, I changed my whole get up because you didn't give me a chain. I was going to marry a guy because you gave me a chain. So imagine if a dude offers you a couple $100,000 to throw.
Good fucking point.
Yeah, right. So I think it protects yourself. If anything ever comes out, UFC's protected. Yeah, right. Yeah.
You definitely got to protect yourself. Protect yourself at all times. That's what they say, right?
Yeah.
And they still can keep the fighters that are being sponsored by these betting companies. They can still keep those relationships. They can still have them as brand ambassadors. I just don't know.
Yeah, because I mean, literally.